Queen Margrethe II of Denmark attends a ceremony in Copenhagen. The royal invasion of New York City ends with the royal family of Jordan attending the Middle East Global Summit, while Prince Albert II of Monaco gives a speech at the United Nations headquarters. And Queen Letizia of Spain visits London. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for September 21st, 2023. In London, Her Majesty Queen Letizia of Spain, as honorary president of the Asociación Española contra el Cáncer, accompanied by the Spanish Minister of Justice, Ms. Pilar Llop, attended a panel event ahead of World Cancer Research Day, held at the headquarters of Cancer Research UK. According to a press release, World Cancer Research Day is an initiative of the AECC and is observed on September 24th. The Queen also participated in a meeting in which discussions focused on international researchers, quote, collaborating on co-funded research programs, and a panel discussion dedicated to three key themes of this year's World Cancer Research Day: integrating diversity, advancing research, and achieving equity, end quote. His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain visited the Porcelanosa Group factory in Villarreal this morning on the occasion of the company's 50th anniversary. The Porcelanosa Group specializes in the production of porous single-fired wall and floor tiles, stoneware tiles, and porcelain tiles in a wide range of formats and finishes. I have to say, I've been to their store in Ciudad de Panama, and they really do have nice tile. Yeah. So if you're looking for tile, try Porcelanosa. They've got great stone-fired tile. On Wednesday, in Madrid, the Spanish royal court announced that Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor of Asturias, Lady Cadet Bourbon Ortiz, as she is known in the military, has successfully completed the first phase of basic military training at the Academia General Militar in Zaragoza. In Rotterdam, Her Majesty Queen Maxima of the Netherlands visited the Wood and Furniture College this afternoon. According to RVD, today's working visit focused on practical entrepreneurship education and sustainability within education. On Wednesday, in Den Haag, Her Majesty the Queen and Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands hosted a reception for the artisans who helped embroider the new curtains for the Chinese Hall at Paleis Huis ten Bosch. According to RVD, the new curtains are a contemporary remake of the 18th century silk curtains from the Chinese Hall at the Paleis. Quote, the design focuses on the Netherlands as a country of many cultures, where bridges are built and population groups are connected. The Chinese Hall is one of the rooms used for receptions and official occasions, end quote. His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands officially opened Nederland Healthcare's new sustainable laundry facility in Elslo this afternoon. The family business provides laundry service from South Limburg for customers in the Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany in the healthcare, catering, and industry sectors. In Luxembourg City, His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg received letters of credence from newly appointed ambassadors to the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg at the Palais Grand Ducal. The newly appointed ambassadors are from the Republic of Ireland, Iraq, the Republic of Zambia, the Republic of South Sudan, the Republic of Colombia, and the Republic of Guinea. Her Royal Highness Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg attended the 25th anniversary celebrations of the nonprofit organization ALAN, Rare Diseases Luxembourg, held at the Kingsbon Cultural Center in Montmartre. According to a press release, During the celebration, the organization announced the launch of its new online campaign entitled 30,000 Hopes, One Plan, a quote, call for a second national rare disease plan for the approximately 30,000 people living with a rare disease in Luxembourg, end quote. His Royal Highness, Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg, accompanied by the Prime Minister of Luxembourg, Mr. Xavier Bettel, the Minister of the Economy, Mr. Franz Foyet, and Minister Joël Welfring, concluded their trip to New York City last evening. Prior to returning home to Luxembourg, the Hereditary Grand Duke, the Prime Minister, and the ministers hosted a reception for Luxembourg citizens living in New York City at the permanent mission of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg to the United Nations. The royal invasion of New York City is almost over. This morning, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark attended the opening of the Summit of the Future ministerial meeting held at the United Nations headquarters. Prior to noon, the Crown Prince visited Denmark House, where he met with staff members of the United Nations mission and the Consulate General of Denmark. In the afternoon, the Crown Prince attended the opening of the ministerial meeting with ministers representing the least developed countries group. The day ended with the Crown Prince attending the Leaders of the Urban Future reception. Yesterday, Crown Prince Frederik, accompanied by members of the United Nations Ambassadors Running Club, went for a run in Central Park. The purpose of the run was to raise awareness of Denmark's candidacy for the United Nations Security Council 2025-2026. An hour and a half later, the Crown Prince returned to his hotel, showered, shaved, and shined, and prepared to participate in the annual Nordic Ministerial Breakfast meeting with 8 foreign affairs ministers of the Sistema de la Integración Centroamericana. The member countries include Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Panama, and República Dominicana. In his opening speech, the Crown Prince said, quote, "We all represent smaller countries. Alone, we may not have much to say, but together we have an impact," end quote. At 10 a.m., the Crown Prince and the Danish Minister of Finance attended the opening of the United Nations Climate Ambition Summit, hosted by the United Nations Secretary-General, Mr. Antonio Guterres. In the evening, the Crown Prince participated in another Nordic ministerial meeting with foreign affairs ministers of the 15 member states of CARICOM, the Caribbean Community, which includes Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Haiti, Jamaica, Montserrat, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago. The evening ended with the Crown Prince attending a reception hosted by the Pacific Small Island Developing States, an organization consisting of 14 Pacific Island nations. On Wednesday, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco gave a speech at the United Nations headquarters during Day 3 of the 78th session of the UNGA high-level meeting. In his speech, the Sovereign Prince noted, quote, that respect for the environment and wildlife on land and at sea and support for science have been fundamental priorities for the Princes of Monaco throughout the centuries. Today, what was a restless, unfailing commitment has become a duty for our survival, which is why Monaco signed the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, the Convention on Biological Diversity, and that on the fight against desertification, end quote. His Majesty King Mswati III of Eswatini and His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of Qatar, also gave speeches at the United Nations. If you're interested in watching the speeches, in the description box below and in the link above, I will leave a, direct link to the United Nations official YouTube channel. On Tuesday evening, the Sovereign Prince and His Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg attended a reception hosted by the President of the United States of America, Joseph R. Biden, and the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. The reception was held on the occasion of, I'm pretty sure you guessed it by now, the 78th session of the UNGA. Thank God it's over. Well, I was wrong. It's not over. His Serene Highness Hereditary Prince Alois of Liechtenstein held a meeting with the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres, at the United Nations headquarters on Tuesday. Thereafter, the Hereditary Prince, accompanied by Her Royal Highness Hereditary Princess Sophie of Liechtenstein, and their delegation attended the 78th session of the UNGA. On Wednesday, the Hereditary Prince held a meeting with the President of the Swiss Confederation, Mr. Alain Berset, the President of the Republic of Estonia, Mr. Alar Karas, the President of the Republic of Latvia, and the Executive Director of the World Food Program, Miss Cindy H. McCain. Their Majesties King Abdullah II and Queen Rania of Jordan, accompanied by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II of Jordan and His Royal Highness Prince Hashem bin Abdullah II of Jordan, also concluded their visit to New York City this morning. But prior to leaving the beautiful city of, New York City, His Majesty the King, the Crown Prince, and Prince Hashem held various meetings on the sidelines of the 78th session of the UNGA, including the King's participation in the Middle East Global Summit. Earlier in the morning, Her Majesty the Queen appeared on the American television morning show, The Today Show. My mom used to watch that show. I never watched it. On Wednesday, Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark participated in a disembarkation ceremony at the Northern Customs House in Copenhagen, thus officially ending the summer sailing season aboard the Royal Yacht Dannenbrog. In the evening, Her Majesty the Queen hosted a dinner for the Royal Yacht Dannenbrog's officers at Fredensborg Slot as a way to say thank you for all their hard work and dedication this past summer. And finally, on Wednesday in Paris, Their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom began their 3-day state visit to France at the invitation of the President of the French Republic, Emmanuel Macron, and First Lady Brigitte. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I will be back tomorrow on Friday, September 22nd, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful afternoon and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, again, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.